of our World Teaching Day Conference. Welcome back. I can see a lot of people joining us. My name is Dua Zakaria. I work for the British Council and I'm based in Egypt. So while you're coming in, please tell us where you're joining us from. Say hello in the chat. And if you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A section. Also, please answer the presenters' questions in the comments section. Welcome everybody. I can see a lot of people joining us from all over the world. Great, from Sudan, Ghana, Oman. So we're about to start today's second session, role play to teach climate change with Iman Hassan. Welcome, Iman, and thank you for joining us. Before we start, I'd just like to introduce Iman and tell you a little bit about her. So Iman Hassan is a senior teacher in Azhar Al Shareef in Egypt and has worked in education for over 17 years, teaching a wide range of levels. She's also a British Council teacher educator and supervisor in the Sharqia region. Iman won a climate change competitions for teachers in 2023 and is passionate about helping teachers with this important topic. Iman was mentored by Teaching English in 2024 and spoke in our panel discussion, How Are Teachers Using AI Tools, at our AI for Learning webinar event. So thank you very much for joining us today, Iman, and for sharing your experience and knowledge with teachers all over the world. I'll hand over to Iman now so we can start the webinar.
Hello, Dua. How are you?
Hi, Iman.
Hello, Dua. Hello, Dua.
Hi, Iman. We can hear you.
Yeah, okay. Hello, Dua. How are you? Thank you for this great presentation. I'm incredibly thrilled to take part in such an outstanding event, and a stunning webinar with you and with Teaching English for the first time.
Thanks a lot.
First of all, Happy Teachers Day, Dua, and for all teachers all around the world. Thank you all for your kind help, support, endless patience, and amazing guidance. Thank you all teachers. Let's start. Hello, my dear colleagues, where and there. Hello, my dear colleagues everywhere. Although we are in fall in Egypt, it's really hot. Do you agree with me, Dua?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I've got the AC on. Yes, it's really hot.
Why it's hot? Why is it? Is it hot? Because of the climate change. This is our topic today. Today, I'm gonna touch upon a crucial topic, not only for teachers, but also for students, families, and communities as well, which is climate change. Let's start. Hey, Dua, is it clear?
Yes, we can see the slide.
Okay. Firstly, my dear audience, have you ever struggled when you teach climate change? So please, in the chat box, write yes or no. Write your answers in the chat box. Okay. Dua?
Yeah, all the answers are coming in the chat box. You see a lot of
Yes.
yeses.
Excuse me, can
Oh,
you
this-
tell me? Excuse me, can you tell me?
Yeah, sure. We've got
Yeah.
no's, no's, no, 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 yes, 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 got a lot. And there's sometimes as well.
Yeah. Okay. Most of the audience told yes. Let's start with this crucial topic. Our objectives today for the climate change: firstly, identify the challenges of teaching climate action, practice various activities to engage students in the climate change lesson. Thirdly, list some tips and tricks to engage students into climate change activities. Okay, challenges of teaching climate change. Which do you think is the biggest challenge for you? Number one, scientific tough terms. Two, emotional and psychological impact. Interdisciplinary approach. Think locally. So please write your comment in the chat box, just only write the number of the challenge. Which one is the urgent for you or the biggest challenge? 1, 2, 3, or 4, or all the challenges are urgent and important for you. Hey, Dua.
Hi, Iman. Can you see the chat box? There's quite a lot of comments coming in.
Okay.
Some people are saying 1 and 3, 1 and 4. Some people are saying all. But the most common 1 and 3 and 4 as well. But the biggest one, some people are saying the biggest one is 2.
Yes. All. Yes. Okay. Let's start to talk about all the challenge one by one. The first one, scientific tough terms. Firstly, scientific tough terms in teaching climate change is one of the most significant barriers to the effective climate action. Scientific terms are essential for accuracy and precision, but they can also act as a wall between understanding and confusion for the students. So some students struggled for understanding scientific terms which are related to the climate change. So teachers dedicated extra time so that they could explain this formidable terminology by using visual aids or infographics, podcasts, videos, some pictures to present and show the scientific term for the students. Number two, emotional and psychological impact. When I address with the climate change in my classroom, surprisingly, I find teenagers in my classroom are classified into teams. The first team is overwhelmed, scared, and anxious when they think about climate change and its impacts because they feel worried about with their future and upcoming dreams. Some students may feel personal guilty for their lifestyle or their country's contribution. Some others feel shame about their country's contribution of emissions or pollution. On the other hand, the second team feel they are irresponsible and they shift the blame to the government, community, a company, and maybe into the other countries. They are responsible for pollution, so it's not our personal issue. They deny the personal responsibility of climate change. Here is the teacher is shift the tone from doom and gloom to challenge and opportunities, and give the students a chance to be responsible and raise their awareness about this important issue. Number 3, interdisciplinary approach. When we heard the word climate change, what comes to our mind is that it's a scientific topic or it's related to science subject. However, climate change is highly interdisciplinary subject. It's integrated to all subjects. So it should be integrated into languages like English, French, science and math, history, and geography. Number 4, which is the most important one, think locally. The most important educational goal for the climate change is helping learners to connect globally to local realities. However, encourage students to think critically and creativity about the local issue. When we talk about climate change, many learners associate this topic for the melting of polar areas, extinction of some wild animals, or maybe the sea level rise in Ireland and the Amazon deforestation, which are far from us. So they feel that the climate change is an abstract topic for them. Learners may resist thinking about a local issue because it's the challenges with correct lifestyles and families. So this is the teacher's role to make the climate change locally by give them some topics about their local area. They think about their towns, emission consumption, maybe their habits, their vulnerability to climate risks. All in all, thinking locally about climate change is not easy, but it's significant and crucial because it turns the negative concerns to climate change to be positive engagement in this important topic. Okay, let's move into, after finishing challenges, let's move into another area, which is our topic today. We will touch upon and dig deeper to some activities for our students. As long as our schools can be a place where we empower our students to encounter future challenges, and the teachers work as an amplifier to this important issue. So the teacher's role is to raise the students' awareness to be responsible for their life and their community, and to be conscious about this topic of potentials in climate change crisis, which requires tricky and creative activities from teachers to encourage students to engage in such important and difficult topic, global warming or climate change. Let's present some activities. The first activity, interview with the greenhouse gases. Activity 1. Students may be in elementary stage or in primary stage, their level A1, A2, their age from 9 to 11, time of implementing this activity in a classroom, it could be 15 minutes. Objectives, students will develop their understanding of climate change based on greenhouse gases impact. Two comments with some students are confused, however, whether greenhouse gases are harmful or helpful. Sometimes they learn that carbon dioxide is very important for plant, but sometimes they learn that carbon dioxide is the main cause of the global warming and climate change. So students are confused whether they are helpful or harmful. So this activity to show the students when the greenhouse gases are harmful and when the greenhouse gases are helpful. Dua, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, okay.
So shall we start?
Yes, let's start with Dua.
All right. So, hi, how are you, carbon dioxide?
Okay, stop sharing Dua to be. Okay. Yes. Okay, I think it's better to be here. I think it's better to be as it is because I'll show the picture of carbon dioxide.
Okay.
Procedures, step 1. Teacher firstly introduce the new vocabulary, carbon dioxide, methane, ozone, water vapor, release, fossil fuels, decaying, harmful, and useful. This is the most important vocabulary and the key words that the teacher presents in his classroom. Step 2, teachers give the students clear instruction to read the dialogue in pairs. One is the interviewer, who is Dua today. He is the interviewer and me, and I will be the interviewee, carbon dioxide. Okay, this is the picture of carbon dioxide when it's useful. Let's start, Dua.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
So, hi,
okay.
how are you, carbon dioxide?
I'm great, but people complain and think I'm the main cause of climate change and pollution.
Oh, are you helpful or harmful?
I'm helpful when I came from decaying and living organisms. I'm helpful the plants, which breathe carbon dioxide, but I'm harmful when burning fossil fuels like coal and oil too much usage by people. So people make me harmful. Is it fair?
It's not fair, carbon dioxide, that everyone knows you're harmful. Sorry, carbon dioxide.
Thank you, Dua. It's kind of you. Thank you, everyone. Okay. By this role play, students know when the carbon dioxide will be harmful and when the carbon dioxide will be helpful. The same conversation and the same dialogue will be implemented for all the greenhouse gases like ozone, water vapor, chlorofluorocarbon, and methane. I'll give you an example for ozone. Ozone, it's helpful for and protect the sun's radiation and protect us from powerful rays. And it's harmful When it's close to the ground and acts as greenhouse gas, can be formed by burning gas in cars and factories. So human beings who changed carbon dioxide and greenhouse gases from helpful gases to harmful ones. After this dialogue, step 3, teachers can present formative assessment by asking some questions about the role play or about the topic. Question number 1, which greenhouse gas is produced by burning fossil fuels? This question for you guys, can you write in the chat box? Why is ozone useful? The two questions. Which greenhouse gas is produced by burning fossil fuels? Can you answer? Yes, great. CO2, CO2, carbon dioxide. Okay, why is ozone useful? Yes, protects us from the radiation, suns, ultraviolet. Okay, great teachers all over the world. Yes, thank you everyone for your great response. Do you think young teenagers, students need different activities from ones we use in primary? Do you think the middle schools or students in prep stage, students in teenagers 30 to 50 needs different activities from the first one? Big yes. Okay. Let's go to another activity which suits to the middle schools or prep stage. Save your environment. So also a role play one, which title is Save Your Environment. Level A2, B1, they are, according to CEFR, they are pre-intermediate one. Their age 13 to 15. The time of implementing this activity in classroom is 15 minutes, which is called Find Someone Who, and it's an interesting activity for students, also for the teacher, and it's easy activity. Objectives, the practice adverbs of frequency and sentence which are relevant to climate change. This activity is related to grammar, present simple. Introduce new vocabulary which are adverb of frequency, always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never, renewable, switch off, locally, charger plugged in. These are the key words of the lesson. So teacher present firstly the lesson. It's a reading lesson, and these are the new vocabulary in this lesson. After that, in control the practice activity, the teacher present find someone who. Look at this table, have a look. For this table, I look at these 7 sentences as examples of find someone who. As you know, the find someone who is a mingle activity. So teacher give his students clear and precise instructions to carry or hold on the paper of this table, find someone who, and ask as many as classmates about these sentences. The winner who will, the winner students who will ask great number of his class roommates. Let's read these sentences. Find someone who always cycles to the school instead of cars. The students will write the name of his classmate and comment. What are they going to do in the comment? What are they going to write in the comment? Maybe they write notice, maybe they write an advice, something like lifestyle. Some students told that they sometimes cycle and sometimes they ride their cars with their parents. Any comment is acceptable to the students, or any experiment, any advice, any lifestyle to engage them in this activity and make this activity personalized, communicative, meaningful, and personalized. Move into the second sentence. Find someone who usually eats locally sourced vegetables and fruits. It's a kind of sentence which encourages students to eat locally and seasonally from their country. Number 3, often takes a shower instead of bath. Wow. Yes, to protect and to preserve water. 4, sometimes recycles his waste. Someone who recycle his waste sometimes. Maybe his class roommates give him some examples. He uses plastic bottles in recycling or using paper in recycle. Number 5, find someone who rarely leaves a mobile charger plugged in to preserve electricity and energy. Number 6, never forgets to switch off the lights. Finally, 7, always plants some trees in his garden. Someone who always plants some trees in his garden to enrich and to increase the oxygen and reduce carbon dioxide emission. 7 sentences. I think they are helpful for students to raise their awareness and their responsibility about the climate change issue and give them a chance to activate their scheme about this topic. Okay. After students complete this table, step 3, assessment. Save your environment. This is the title of the activity. Teacher asks students by using communicative purpose, what are the most common things you have heard? What are the strangest things you have heard from your classmates? Who asked 10 of her classmates? Who asked 15? Who asked 20? The winner who asked more than 10 or more than 15 according to the class numbers, who is the winner. And this gives the students a chance to express about their own ideas and using their own words or their lifestyles. Here is my question. Is the way you teach climate change different for all the teenagers students? If you have, or if you teach for high school, Yes, yes. Okay, great. Interesting. Yes, amazing answers from professional teachers. Let's move into another activity and we grade our activity from the simple one and small one to the hard and the most difficult one. Activity 3, eco-friendly initiative, which is a little bit difficult and it's appropriate for the high school or secondary stage. Okay, activity 3, it's titled Eco-Friendly Initiative, level B1, B2, according to CEFR. They are intermediate level, their age 15 to 17, and the times of implementing from 15 minutes to 20 minutes. Type of activity, it's called the novel dialogue. Objectives, raise awareness of climate change impact toward the environment, make suggestions and respond positively and respond negatively. Here is the target language, step 1. The teacher presents his target language, making suggestions, excuse me. Suggestions, expressions, what about or how about when we use this expression to suggest or give a solution. Number 2, let's, plus infinitive. 3, what do you think about? What if we? Okay, when some of the students ask this question, we respond, yes, of course, or no, I'm not sure. Respond positively by saying or answering yes, or respond negatively by I don't think so, I'm not sure, no, it's a bad idea, maybe. Responding positively, what a great idea, I love it, sounds lovely, yes, why not? That would be very lovely. Responding negatively, I'm not sure, it would be better, I don't think so, well, I don't know. Okay, let's involve this target language in climate change and make it easy and also use suggestions expression in this topic. Step 2, making suggestions. The teacher provide students with 5 articles. First of all, teacher divide students into 5 groups. Every group includes 3 to 5 students. They read the article about, the first group read the article about water, the climate change impact on water. Number 2, the climate change impact on air. 3, the climate change impact on wildlife. 4, the climate change impact or effect on food. 5, the climate change impact on human health. So we have 4 groups now. Every group should read different topic. Okay? After reading their topics, teacher give his clear instruction to do like a conversation by using suggestions, expressions, and positive and negative responses. I'll give you a model from my students. Actually, I conducted this activity in my classroom, and this is one of my classroom participation, and this is my students' answer. A and B, student A and student B. Student A asked, after reading the article, how does climate change affect on water? Student B, climate change causes more droughts and floods. A, could you tell me some suggestions to reduce the impact of climate change on water? B, okay. B is the suggestions answer. A is the positive or negative response, pink one. Pink one, the suggestion expression. Blue one or green one is the positive or negative response. Let's read with each other. So let's read together. B, let's check for water leaks. Student A, it sounds good. Ask them again. How about taking a short bath? A, good idea. I have another idea. Why don't we invest in water infrastructure? B, I'm not sure about that. This is a negative response. What do you think about recycling water? B, that would be great. Students are asked to write from 4 to 5 sentences to express their suggestions, and also 4 to 5 sentences to express about their positive or negative response. Okay. Let's talk about some tips and tricks that I whisper in my colleagues' ears. First one, be inspiring and use your own slogan in your classroom concerning the environment, and write them on the board according to the student's level and the student's age to change their mindset to be greener. I'll give you some examples about some slogans. For the elementary, you can say, go green, or we don't have planet B. Our environment deserves more. Be eco-friendly initiative. Tip number 2, be positive and creative. Use various exciting activities to engage your students into climate change topic, which is a harsh topic and tough topic, by using infographics, broadcasting, poems, maybe short stories, gamification, competition, role play, project-based learning, some activities of planting or gardening. Tip number 3, be initiative to find a new solution and make your students as problem solver for their this important issue, and encourage them to think critically and proudly to solve this problem by utilizing project-based learning, role activity, and some interesting activities, to be passionate and enthusiastic to solve this problem. Number 4, sustainability is a lifestyle. When we cooperate with each other as teachers, parents, students, sustainability will be a lifestyle, and our family practice and our own practice, students' practice, will be different and will be changed into the better. Finally, we need to work together in this battle. At last but not least, the earth is a fine place and worth fighting for it.
Okay, are you ready to take some questions, Iman?
Yes, before questions, I want to ask them which activity do you want to take away to your classroom? Which activity do you want to take back to your classroom? Interview with greenhouse gases, save your environment, or eco-friendly initiative? Which one? You can write numbers 1, 2, 3. If you can't write the whole sentence.
Some people are saying all of them. Do you want
Yeah,
to say them all?
yes, yes. Different responses. 3, 1, 2, all of them.
Wow, that's great.
Yes, great. Yes. Thank you, everybody, for sharing. And now,
Thank you very, very much, Iman, for the very useful session. I think we all agree, and you can see in the comments that you provided us with lots of practical ideas we can use
yes.
in the classroom.
And they can modify. They can modify according to their students' level, the number of classroom, their curriculum, their content, their
That's really good
production.
because that's
Yeah.
actually one of the questions we received. Someone was asking,
Okay.
how can we use these activities for grades 3 to 6? So obviously, very young children. Can we adapt these activities to use with them, or do we need to
Yes.
create different ones?
No, you can adapt. Of course, you can adapt these activities to your students. For example, greenhouse gases, it's suitable for the primary activity from 3 to 6. Find someone who you can reduce these sentences to 2 or 3 sentences, and you can write them on the board as a survey. And ask students to answer the teacher if the students can be can work individually or can carry the paper and collect data. You can use sample sentences for the primary stage.
So you can modify the language. And
Yeah.
that's also kind of takes us to another question that came from our Facebook community, because one of the teachers was asking about the words linked to the climate theme, whether they're teaching reading or writing, how do they introduce these words? Do you have any tips for them to
Yes.
introduce keywords or maybe tricky words that students might need
Yes.
help with?
Most of tough words and difficult words are related to science. Maybe they are scientific terminology. So it's better for teachers to use videos, pictures, photos, or maybe tell a story about this scientific terminology, use anecdotes. Lots of activities and lots of methods you can use. Maybe you can use Realia, or ask ask your science teacher in your class, in your school. Ask your colleague about how I can teach the impact of greenhouse gases on the earth. Ask the social studies teacher.
That's a very good
Yeah,
idea to start talking
yeah.
to colleagues
Use
and bring the
maps.
subject.
Yes, use maps. Use map. Use online tools to engage your students. Uh, but actually, the most practical one, use pictures, photos, or videos.
Mhm. And another question that I think applies to most teachers from experience is the course book. So of course, all teachers need to use a prescribed course book. So how can they integrate these activities whilst also using the course books that they were prescribed?
It's a teacher's rule. It's a
Yeah.
teacher's rule to modify and use the most convenient and appropriate strategy or method to convey the curriculum to their students. This is our rule. We have
Mhm.
textbook and we have students. Our
Mhm.
rule is to convey information or knowledge from the textbook to the students.
Mhm.
So the more the students are, the more the teacher creative, the more the students understand the climate change. Smarter
Right.
teacher, smarter students.
Oh, great. That's a great motto.
Yes.
I think
So
most of
it needs, yeah, it needs a tricky and creative effort from the teacher. We
Mhm.
know it's a tough and harsh topic. So actually, teaching English platform present lots of presentation about this topic. For me, this is the second time to talk
Mhm.
about climate change activities. You can use this activity in your classroom, and you can adjust some procedures in them according to the level, according to the number, according to your curriculum.
And I think most of the activities you showed us today don't take a lot of time, right? So they can be
Yeah,
adapted to suit the class time and also to fit into the curriculum. So
yeah,
only 10,
and
15
the
minutes.
students level as well,
Yeah.
because it's really important to consider students level and also think locally about the most urgent issues in your area or in your country.
Yes, yes,
Yes, we
absolutely.
are in Egypt. We are in Egypt. We don't have polar bears. Maybe we don't have
Yeah,
wildlife. Yes,
yeah.
but we have water pollution, maybe air pollution. Say when we talk about climate change, we talk about pollution, greenhouse gases, uh, talk about pollution of soil.
Yeah, yeah. So it has to be relevant to the environment around the students as well, where
Yes,
they live
yes,
and their country and what they can see around them. I
yes.
mean, lots of questions are coming in about adapting the activities to suit the level, which you kindly answered, and how to make the activities easier for maybe
Mhm.
low levels or students
Change,
in bilingual classes.
yes, it changes the abstract topic of scientific terms into real life
Mhm.
situation according to your local area, according to your surrounding environment. This is
Correct.
actually the most important or the magic key for the students, because they need to raise their awareness locally before they raise their awareness globally.
All right. Thank you very much, Iman. You've answered almost all the questions we've received from our teachers. And please do keep checking the Teaching English website for more activities and more ideas to include climate change as a topic into your English lessons. Thank you very much for joining us today, and hope you found the sessions useful. And please join us for the next session in 15 minutes. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dua. Thank you so much, all my colleagues all over the world. Thank you for listening, and thank you for great response. And see you in another meeting, inshallah.
Thank you. Thank you very much,
Thank
Iman.
you. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye-bye.